Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 44 of Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei 2, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. I had to go back to the terminal to get myself fully healed, because that was quite a beating I took from Satan. Now let's see who's calling out to me. Blah blah blah, yes, I'll show myself. What can go wrong other than virtually everything known to man? Okay, let me summon Lucifer first. Then Beelzebub. And then, let's see. I'm gonna go with Yaksha. I fused Kerberos with another demon to bring in a Yaksha, which has Terrakaja and Samarakarm. And Anubis, of course. Okay, I have a feeling something bad is about to happen, but surprisingly there are no demons here. Who is it? Who dares to kill Satan? Come to me and show thyselves. Okay, why not? We only need to go straight. Ye that hath slain my servant Satan. Yes? Ye that hath slain mine avatars, Sabaoth, Shaddai, and Elohim. Yeah, that's me. Ye accursed ones, playing with the lives of so many others. Look who's talking. Oh, looks like I made it to the end. Oh my god! No pun intended. Praise my name! Witness, bathe in the glory of my countenance. Praise my name! O Lucifer, thou hast brought thy wretched self along with Aleph and Hiroko into my countenance at last. In defiance of my orders, thou hast used the Kuzuryu to destroy only Millennium, instead of the entire Earth as I had commanded thee. It would seem that not a speck of the glory and honor you once had as my Archangel remains. Glory? Honor? What glory is there in being your slave? What honor is there in betraying my conscience to bend to your whim? I will do what I want to do, what I feel is right. Are you still so naive to think that simply because God orders it, everyone will just bend over and capitulate? Your time is over. No longer will we suffer under your tyranny. God creates, destroys, rebuilds. The cycle has always been under your complete control, but ends now. Perhaps it is true that a future without God can be nothing but chaos. But a new hope, a true rebirth lies within that chaos. We will destroy you, and walk over your corpse into a new, bright future, with unknown, unlimited possibilities. Demon or human, all of thee are naught but my creations. Thy blades canst not even scratch me. Feel the wrath of my divine lightning, and plummet it to the bowels of hell, burning in its unending flames. Demons, evil humans, who hath sold thy souls to demons. Yeah, so instead of God being a Smurf, he's one of the Simpsons, with red eye no less. Alright, final boss, let's go. We're finally gonna take on God. The real God this time. Not a fake, the real one. Terrakaja, start things off with Divine Retribution, Anubis. Oh my god, them faces are so weird. Rikaja? Well, that doesn't have to worry because nobody lost power. Yeah, it's practically like Satan with very high evasion. Only this is the final boss, and he also has an instant death move. And that's no good. Alright, another Terrakaja. Actually, Yeah, actually, instead of Aleph and Hiroko attacking, why don't I have them give Hiranyas to Anubis? That would be a good idea. Now, let's see. Lucifer, you attack. Terrakaja. And do you have anything special to use in magic? No, you don't. Just attack. Divine Retribution is pretty much going to be your best move altogether, considering it does inflict a lot of damage. And with a couple Terrakajas, Aleph and Hiroko will do the same. I think I'm only going to cast 2 Terrakajas and take it from there. Beelzebub, why don't you use Dairahan on Anubis? Yaksha, you attack. Wait, do you have any other magic you can use? No, you don't. Just attack. And use one more Divine Retribution. And we'll take the rest from there. You also gotta be careful with God's voice, because unlike the fake God who used God's voice, it doesn't really do a status ailment. It kills you. Yeah. Another instant kill attack we have to worry about from another boss. So Yaksha is gone. Therefore, Anubis doesn't really have a lot of use now. So I'll use Sabatoma to bring in someone else. I'm gonna go with Rangda. Put you over here. Beelzebub, you use Dairahan on Aleph. And Anubis, you just defend. You wouldn't be able to hit him anyway. Hopefully we get a lot of criticals in. That's not bad. Dropped into a battle stance. That's not good. He's setting something up, I can feel it. Use Sabatoma to bring in Byakko to boost our defense over here. You're gonna have to use Dairahan on yourself, Beelzebub. There, let's see what that battle stance does. Nope, he still gets hit. Takaja. Though, surprisingly, from what I've noticed, Takaja doesn't really do much to my buffs at all. Here, I'll prove it. I bet you I'll do the same amount of damage. Roughly. Still in the 200s. So it's not like I need to cast Terrakaja again. I will need a Rakukaja badly. Good, Rangda can deflect physical attacks. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, so far things are going very good. At least he's not spamming the God's voice. If he did, that would be in a lot more trouble. I could use another Rakukaja. Wish I had more criticals. Seems Aleph and Hiroko are the only ones able to hit YHVH. I mean, Rangda is good for reflecting the attacks back at him, but that only does around 40-odd damage. It's not a lot, but that's all we can live with. And just hope that any other demons can hit him, which don't seem to be happening. One more Rakukaja should be enough. Most of this battle is limited to luck. And sadly we didn't have a lot of it. Well, Byakko didn't. Then again, that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario would obviously be Aleph or Hiroko dying. And we can't have both of them dead, or the game's over. I'll bring in my Rehab. That's a new one. Put you over here. Actually, Beelzebub, why don't you use Samarikarm to bring back a demon? Yaksha. may not even need it. Another God's voice? Oh yeah, you just brought in Rahab and instantly died. Wow. If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. Instead of that, why don't I just have Lucifer bring in another demon? Agars. I mean, it's less likely that Aleph and Hiroko will be hit by God's voice if there's 4 demons instead of 3. Got him! There, I won! It's over! YHVH's voice. Thou hast won. The Creator who hath been defeated by his own creations has not but oblivion waiting for him. Yep. I cannot stand to see the confusion of a world not under my control. Who wilt rule this new but confused world? Lucifer? Dost thou truly think the names of Aleph and Hiroko will be worshipped as those of saviors? But remember this. Humanity is not strong enough to live without one to cling to or rely on. As long as people continue to seek my salvation, the will of the universe will recreate me again and again and again. That seems pretty damn true. People like to cling on to old beliefs. So that's it? It's over? Wait, where are we? Is this Roppongi? Oh, I cannot use the terminal. What happens if I go outside? Aleph, Hiroko, you both have done magnificently. We demons were cast into the abyss and vilified by YHVH. But now that he is dead, there is no longer anyone to oppress us or make us appear evil. Our bonds are broken, and we can finally live freely here in this world. And the mutants have been liberated as well. Those suffering under oppression have finally received the light they desired for so long. From the mutants' perspective, you two are truly their saviors. Within the chaos, the peace has been lost. But we demons and you humans have both gained true freedom. And of course, that means that you now have the freedom to work towards reestablishing the peace, if that is what you desire. Sort of. Come, let us go. Into the new world, one where no one suffers under the domination of any other. Yay, people are free! But yet this place is still a mess. Aleph, you rescued us mutants when we were on the brink of being destroyed. I cannot express my thanks to you enough. For a long, long time, we suffered under the oppression of the overworld. But you have saved us from their tyranny. You are truly our savior. If they succeeded in firing the Megiddo Arc, not only would everyone on the surface have died, but we here in the underworld would all have been obliterated as well. And you were the ones that stopped them. I can't find words enough to express my thanks. Thanks to you, the days of conflict have come to an end for the time being. Thank you so much. I can't believe it! We finally get to see the sun with our own eyes! Aleph, thanks to your efforts, the Yosei here in the underworld were saved. While not in the way the Center intended, you are truly our savior. Thank you so much! Come on, let's go with him. After all, it was our decision to walk the same path as Lucifer. Yeah, it is true. We did decide to go for chaos after all. Why is this guy so tan? Oh wait, it was just below the Millennium area. Oh, there's finally sunlight! It burns! So I'm guessing the ending is going to show up now. Yeah, we don't really need to see the arc going up again. I'm guessing it's just flashbacks of what happened. And they're probably just showing flashbacks of Kuzuryu going through Millennium. I don't really understand why we gotta see all this again. And that's when Zan turned into Satan. So I guess we're just seeing a lot of events of the things we have done. And all that stuff. And then we get to the credits. And of course that's when Set awakened. Look at those gargoyle statues over there just thinking. So yeah, unfortunately we have to sit through the entire ending to unlock another feature in this game. And I'll explain that later. Well, in case you're wondering why it skipped now and then, it was probably just something I had to check out first. So I paused the whole ending in the process. Looks like we're just seeing stuff, like, in reverse. Like how it ended and then going to how it began. That must be what the ending is doing. To think that's where I started, in a gym named Hawk. And then I go to kill God, or at least defeat him. Now we're seeing flashbacks of the Messiah Project. Starting with Zan and then Daleth. I suppose Gimel is next. Yep, it was Gimel. And then Beth. And of course, Hiroko. And that's it! That's Shin Megami Tensei 2 for the Super Nintendo. It went a little longer than SMT1, but at least I managed to get through this game nonetheless. Now, there is still one thing I can show you, and you have to actually beat the game at least once first. You have to, beat the game, and then when you go out into the overworld, you'll find an event around Shinjuku called the Kongokai. You can finally go there to face some new demons and get some new weapons and armor. Like the alignment exclusive armor, like Masakato's armor for neutral, the Jesus stuff for law, and the Tenma stuff for chaos. I find it very weird that you get the best stuff after you beat the game, rather than before. before you beat the game, unfortunately. But that's pretty much how it is. And that is why I made 2 different saves. Because if I saved over into file 1 all the time, I would not be able to get here until I actually started a new file and got all the way through Shinjuku. And, well, you pretty much have to, like, beat the game at least once, and surprisingly, it does check for that. Once you have that done, then you can go to Kongokai and just do some extra side stuff. There are no new bosses you can face there, but that's okay with me. So yeah, I'll stop the video here, and the next part I'll meet you around Shinjuku, and we'll head over to Kongokai. Is there anything else to this ending? Let's see. Guess not.